Last week's over, new week's here. We are on to Houston with Mr. Slumperton, Swaggbag himself. JSwaggdaddy's with us. Alex, hit it.
Backwards against Williams, and Jamaal Williams is inside the 30, out in front, a Green Bay touchdown. Wide open and into the end zone. It's a touchdown for Jamaal Williams. Williams catches an opening, and there he goes, Jamaal Williams.
21 carries, 112 yards for Jamaal Williams, the rookie from BYU. Bootleg action out to Williams in the passing game. Stays on his feet, tight ropes down. I really like this kid.
I love it. I love it all.
I love it all too. And we are here again with, of course, Dr. Evil and Mr. Bigglesworth is what they said on NFL Network last week with the dog and everything like that. I don't know how much I like that one, but Jamaal Williams here with his dog, of course, and Jimmy Christensen, and of course myself. I am Jacob Westendorf in the Game On Wisconsin studios. Jamaal, how we doing, man? How you feeling?
They call me Dr. Evil.
Yeah, Sean O'Hara said, "What's the deal with you and the dog? Do you Dr. Evil?" And this is after they made fun of us for being called Weenie 1 and Weenie 2. But they had you as, they said, "What is that, Dr. Evil and Mr. Bigglesworth?" Do you get the reference?
He's a dog, but I mean Remy's a dog. Mr. Bigglesworth was a naked cat. But I like Austin Powers, so it's like I get it. I got the reference, but it's just a bad reference. You see, it's when people try to be funny is when they're not funny. That's the funny part. But it's
Well, sorry, Sean O'Hara. I guess Jamaal didn't think that was very funny. So, okay, so we got a bad reference going here to start, and we got a couple different things to go through. But we are here tonight, obviously, to go through and move on to Houston, as Bill Belichick might say. But first, to start, Jamaal, we actually switched ad reads tonight. So I am going to talk about the beer for Lakefront Brewery. So we made it easy on Jimmy. You said last week you wanted me to read. So I want to thank Lakefront Brewery for giving us a sponsor. We're giving away cases as long as you're within an hour, and Jimmy is our designated delivery driver. So thank you for that. Here's our blurb about the Hazy Rabbit type of beer. It's a new type of IPA. The Hazy IPA has quickly become one of the more popular styles with craft beer drinkers. Lakefront's Hazy Rabbit bursts with juicy tropical notes up front and very little of the bitter hop finish. The haziness comes from tons of late boil hop additions that make hazy IPAs very drinkable. There you go. That is way better than Jimmy ever did. So
yeah. That was nice. I can't hate on that one. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
You got to work on your stuff, man. See, look, he can talk the talk and walk the walk now. So I can't.
I drink their beer though, so I get a pass. Jacob has to read it better because he doesn't drink them.
So see, I think it's you drinking the beers is what making you study.
Jimmy coming on the show intoxicated.
Yeah, liver and brain damage from the beer, I guess, huh?
That very well could be. So, all right, there we go, guys. We're going to move into the show here. Obviously, I got Jimmy here. I've got Jamaal, and I've got Remy. And my first question I actually have, Jamaal, is I notice more and more each week the tattoo on your hand, obviously. But how many total? I'm a little covered myself, but not quite as well as you are, I don't think. Do you know how many you have at this point?
I think I got over 30. For sure.
Okay, so I've got some catching up to do.
Yeah. But I feel like in the off season where I'll probably get most of my work done. But I just really just been lazy on getting it done. So I think this off season I'm gonna do my legs. I'm gonna finish my legs, and I really want to go from my ankles like all the way up to like mid thigh, literally, because I like short shorts. So I wanted my legs to be tatted up while my short shorts is out. You know what I mean?
So like John Stockton shorts? Is that what we're talking?
Yeah, like in the old days where like short shorts were the thing. You know what I mean? I like that.
Yeah.
I like that style just because I'm squatting. And for some reason, you know what I mean? I want to show on my legs, let them know these things look nice. That's all.
Who wears shorter shorts? You or AJ Dillon?
Oh, I think just because AJ has like the cow.
AJ's legs are so damn big.
Thighs and stuff that his shorts automatically rise up. His muscles push the shorts up. You know what I mean? Like it's just he flex and they just go up. For me, I just like them short just so I can show my definition. Just when he puts them on, they just go up like that. You know what I mean?
How many? If you had to guess over under 2, how many pairs of pants do you think he's ripped in like a month?
Oh, I'll probably say at least 3.
At least 3.
Growing up in life, yeah, I'd say at least 3.
I used to work with the teacher who he'd have a pair of dress pants in his closet at all times because he was known for just ripping his pants. Like he'd bend over and just like right up the butt, just rip them.
Yeah, you just have it right then and there, huh?
Yeah. So he'd like message us, be like, "Hey, can someone watch my class? I ripped my pants." Like, yeah.
He needs sweatpants, man. That's when you got to just move to sweatpants instead of jeans.
That's the pro of this virtual teaching is I'm professional up top, but my pants are like sweatpants or sometimes my pack of Zumba pants.
Mm-hmm.
There's nonsense.
You teaching online right now?
Yeah. We're not in Milwaukee's really bad with Wisconsin in general is bad with COVID, so I'm still online. It's hell on earth.
Yeah, you said it's hell on earth because you got to watch that. Hey, have you seen some funny things yet? You haven't seen anything funny on on the lines, like everybody does webcams.
Oh yeah, like one time we had this little kid, one of the little sisters literally just come onto the screen, just smack the computer just out of nowhere, scared the crap out of me. I've also had parents in the background having super inappropriate conversations, not knowing that their kid's microphone was on, or like threatening to whoop the kids. And I'm like, oh, let's like, hey, can you Antoine, can you mute your microphone real quick?
All right, so kids, rule number 1, learn it at a young age, Jimmy. This is good because after Joe Buck and Tom Brenneman and all that stuff that's happened recently, always remember the mic is always hot. Always treat the mic as if it's on. Oh. So there you go. Parents, kids, everybody. Always treat the mic like it's on.
I found the new alternative from whooping. Make them do squats on the wall. Just literally.
Oh, I hated wall sits. Yeah.
I worked with one of my old teachers, still friends with him, Mr. Vincent. He would kids like with families he was close with, he'd give them a crate, and then anytime they'd act up, he put a book in it and they had to hold it up. And so eventually there'd be kids with like big textbooks just like in it, just holding those books until they finally just give up.
Making them work out is way worse. They be asking, like I seen a video, a mom made a kid like just do squats on the wall and he was begging for the whooping. He's like, I'd rather take the whooping. I was like, no, you're going to work out today. You're going to just do those squats. Get low. I'm telling you, it's the worst thing ever. Squats on the wall was the worst thing as a kid.
I would not want that at all.
So parenting 101 here from Jamaal Williams. See, this is why you come to the Jamaal Williams show, right? You get a little insight on Jamaal for football, some life, and now some parenting classes and dog parenting classes as well. We've had a little bit of everything here. Jimmy, how about you kick us off, man? What do you got for us tonight?
Yeah, so going into after the game, both Coach LaFleur and Rodgers mentioned that practice last week wasn't the best that you guys have had this season. What are some, I don't want to ask specifics on that, but what are some things like this week that you think are going to switch or be focused on to kind of change that?
I feel like we just basically probably just going to keep it back to what we was used to in the past few games, the ones we was winning before, last game. I think we just got to just keep it simple and just, stay with what we used to, but at the same time, we just got to go out and execute, you know what I mean? And I mean, the effort was there, but it just wasn't execution. Execution-wise, we just got to do better. So, really, we just got to come back as a team and remember, teams lose, but at the same time, you don't want to lose 2 games in a row. You don't want to be one of those teams. So, we about to come back, focus. We ready to go. We already put it behind us and just ready for this week, going down to Houston and go get a dub.
Yeah, so that actually kind of leads into another question I wanted to ask you later on. But so after a loss like that, are you a type of person that I saw that you shared Matt Ramage's tweet on your Instagram about on to the next one already? Mm-hmm. How quick after the game are you on to the next one? Is it like a day or two you want to focus on it, or are you literally right after your game are all right, Texans?
Probably that night, and then the next day already ready for the next game. But really, you gotta wait because the next day after the game, you gotta watch the film and go over what you did wrong and try to reevaluate what we didn't do right. But after that, then we flush it out, get ready for next week. But I feel like that's what our team is about. We about just being together. I mean, we're going to win together, we're going to lose together. But at the same time, we always going to be a team. You know what I mean? There's no blame. There's all of us all together. So we just focus now. We know what happened, and we really just not trying to make that mistake again and just go out, focus, and play Packer football like we used to playing.
Is it any easier or more difficult to maybe, I mean, it's never easy to lose. I guess I shouldn't word it that way, but is it more difficult maybe knowing that, I don't know if you guys view games as measuring stick games or like this is a team we could see again type things or anything like that, but is it harder to move on from a game like that where you felt pretty confident going in, you probably felt pretty good about it going in, and then to kind of get a little bit of, I think the way Aaron Rodgers put it was humble pie or something, a kick in the bottom to paraphrase a little bit. Is that harder to move on from? Is that easier to, because I know as a fan, like just thinking on the backdrop, it's easier, quote unquote, for me when it's not close at a certain point of the game. So it's like you have from then on to like accept what's going on. Whereas, I mean, you guys are players, obviously you hate it regardless, but whereas say like when you guys lost to Pittsburgh, your rookie season, and you guys went down the field and you tie the game, and then Ben hits Antonio Brown on this ridiculous play on the sideline and they make a field goal at the buzzer. Is it harder to move on from games like that?
Nah, I feel like it's still the same. It's just certain points in the game you always look back on like what could have we done better? You know what I mean? And it was this the turning point of what happened or anything, but it's just part of football. You always go against adversity. So, you just gotta stay focused, and every game you gotta tell you has a different one, and just come with your best play. But we lost. Shoot, we go on to the next one. You know what I mean? But at the same time, we know we didn't have our best game. If we would have had our best game and still lost, we still played our effort and executed and stuff like that. We know it would have been a lot closer and stuff. And that's pretty much it. We really just wanted to play our game, but we didn't. So this week, we're going against Houston. We just trying not to make those same mistakes, come out more hungry, get more execution happening, but at the same time, just stay as a team and, and just keep playing that Packer football, man.
I'm sure, well, maybe you don't know this absolutely, but you might have been able to keep track of this. You guys haven't lost a ton since Coach LaFleur came into town, but you guys have never lost 2 games in a row under Matt LaFleur, and something he said on Monday was you can't allow one loss to turn into 2. Is that something that those guys and the whole staff, like, is it a consistent message from, him all the way down? Keep this going. One loss can't turn into 2. You can't let some team beat you 2 or 3 times. Have you ever been in a situation where you felt like that's happened before, where you guys have let, maybe not the Packers specifically, but teams you've been on, going back to like Pop Warner, you guys lost a game or something like that, and you felt like that's lingered? I know I'm asking you you've played football for like 20 years at this point, but
hey, back when I was little, we didn't have any problem. But we had lost, 1-2 games, but I think the most I lost when I was little was probably like 1 in the season. But it was never, it sounded like a good thing, especially coming from LaFleur. He knows what he's talking about, but at the same time, we know that good teams don't lose 2 games in a row. You know what I mean? And we feel like we're not one of those teams to lose a game and then go back and linger on that and, have that be our same play for next game. We know what type of ball we need to play and we know how to execute. But, it's just a new week, so we don't let that determine how we're going to play this week. You know what I mean? So we're going into Houston with the whole determination, whole mindset of us winning and coming out with the W.
So I messaged you the other day saying that you need to demand running back money and offensive line money, because you are just you're relied on whenever you're facing a defensive line and a linebacking core like the Buccaneers had. Like, you're the guy they call on because your pass protection is so good. But I'm wondering, after a game like this where you're taking on a lot of blocks, or you're blocking a lot, you're taking on a lot of linebackers, how do you feel worse after a game, let's say, where you have like 20 carries and you're getting tackled, or when you're constantly pass blocking like this?
I think running the ball a lot, because you're always taking hits. But pass blocking, it's really not that bad. And kudos to the linebackers. They just really had a lot of second effort. They were effortless trying to get to the quarterback. So you had to do a lot more besides that first pop to try to stop him. You know what I mean? So, and then they just kept coming with him. But, did my best. Sometimes you messed up, but at the same time, I know that I could stop anybody. So I just got to keep my head up, keep my mindset right, because I know I'm a good pass blocker. I can do anything. So, but yeah, pass blocking it's much less painful than running the ball. Because running the ball, people were hitting you in the hips, laying on you after the play, trying to take your helmet off, all that stuff. So pass blocking is much easier than running the ball.
I got you. So here's a little bit of a question. I'm not going to ask specifics again because we don't need to know, but going into halftime, Sue and Rogers were chirping a little bit. And I was just wondering, you've mentioned before on this show that Rogers or that older people have really funny trash talk. No offense to Rogers.
I wasn't close enough for it.
Come on, man.
I wasn't close enough for it. I was really just looking. I was just like, man, they really don't like each other. Because I'm like, but for some reason I just like seeing Aaron Rodgers when somebody talking shit and he go back and talk shit. I'm like, hey, look at my boy talking that shit. Talk to him, Rod. Let me see it, man. And so it's just funny. They've been going at it for a while. You know what I mean? So it's just like that's a really I want to use the term old man rivalry. But that's like they've been going at it for a while. So it was like cool to see my boys go at it with him.
Did you hear the Ryan Clark story about Aaron that he shared on the McAfee show?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so Rodgers threw a touchdown in the Super Bowl to Greg Jennings. It was a seam route. You guys run some similar stuff to it, but right down the middle of the field. And he says that Clark says he's had this interception lined up for 2 weeks because he said 100% of the time he'd throw the ball to the slot, and it was Greg Jennings at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And the ball goes right over Ryan Clark's fingertips, and it hits Jennings in the hands. He scores a touchdown. It makes it 21-3. They end up winning the game, obviously. Later in the game, Ryan Clark said Rodgers came up to him and said, hey, 2-5, which I guess made Clark mad because he said, you should know my name by now because you've studied this for 2 weeks. And then he did like one of these or something like that. You're laughing. Can you picture that? Like, can you confirm that that's something he would do?
Did you not see his celebration? My boy is funny. He's funny. That's all I'm saying. I can see things like that. You know what I mean? He finds his things, but people don't think A-Rod talk shit. He talks shit, but he does it in his way. You know what I mean? Like,
California cool.
Oh, most things. He like doing that one for sure. That's funny as whatever. That one, this one, but this one right there, that's the good one right there.
I was hoping that's what he was going to do after that touchdown because he got that late. Well, it should have been a touchdown, but he kind of got that hit in the end zone. I was hoping he was going to do the suck it sign.
Oh, no. He had the Huckleberry ready for a minute.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he been practicing that one for a minute.
How pissed was he that they called it back?
I don't think he was pissed just because we got the touchdown, but I'm just glad he did. He going to have to do it again. We got to do it again so he can score the right way. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So wait a minute. You said that he had that lined up for a minute. Do you guys do that? Do you guys like, this is, if I score a touchdown, I'm going to do this. I have these celebrations like thought up in my head, or because I know Z and Preston talked about it for sacks and stuff like that, but I thought it maybe was like a week to week thing. Whereas like this week I'm going to do this, but next week it
depends on who it is, what you want to do. Some people got like certain things against some people that they want to do it against, you know what I mean? But it depends on how many people you got involved with it. And, you got to tell everybody so they know what to do when you do it. You know what I mean? Like my boy D-Bog, he has one. If he gets a touchdown, and it involves all the linemen. And it is so funny. I'm not going to tell you.
Yo, Matt, so Coach, if you're listening, tackle eligible. The fans need to see this if that's the case. So get Jamaal in the end zone first, but D-Bog second because I got to see that.
The linemen, I feel are the most creativity ever on the team for celebrations because they be waiting for their time to do it. You know what I mean? So I can't wait. I can't wait for at least one time. After I score, I'm really going to give the ball to one of the linemen and just let them do their thing. I can't wait. I got something for Lucas Patrick, too. So that's my boy. So we really going to get into it. We really going to have something planned.
There you go. Okay. So you mentioned the Key and Peele celebration. So that leads me into this. Which show did you like better? Well, first of all, did you watch Key and Peele?
Yeah,
Okay, so did you like that or Chappelle's Show? Because that's the show that Key and Peele replaced. Which one's better?
Chappelle Show.
Oh,
I didn't ask you, Jimmy.
I saw him. He was thinking.
I would say Chappelle Show just cause it was the original rigged and raw one. You know what I mean? It was the raw one for real. The Key and P one, it's funny. Tell me, trust me, they funny, but they wasn't the first ones that started. So I'll start with it. But they are creative too. But
Yeah, they're
be
funny.
having me laughing. I promise you.
Have you seen Chappelle's new stand-ups on Netflix?
They ain't new.
Well,
new.
I mean, they're new for him. They're not new anymore, though. But yeah.
They funny.
Okay, I was gonna say if you haven't, that's the stuff that you need. If you need some stuff to watch during your off days, that'll get you through. I think it's like 4 hours worth now. That's.
Oh, I just like Dave Chappelle just because he's honest. He honest and funny. That's why I like him.
Yeah,
absolutely.
He don't be bullshitting. That's all.
Absolutely.
So this goes back to the Rodgers trash talk because I just have one last question about it. You mentioned that Malcolm Jenkins for the Saints said "fool" a lot, and like a lot of older guys say stuff like that. Does Rodgers have a go-to word? Because I feel like for some reason he would just say "pal" a lot. I don't know why.
He said
"pal." Pal, be like, yeah, pal. Come on, pal. I feel like that'd be his.
He not that old.
Okay, he's younger than that.
Yeah, he not that bad, dog. He really ain't that bad. But he do be having that. I haven't seen it lately, but he do be having that dad look when he pissed. When he pissed off, it'd be funny. He give you one of those. And he just look at you and go. And you go. That's when you know you just in trouble. I'm like, man. Oh, you messed up on the play or something. But it'd be funny though. He just be having those dad moments, and then he be having those times he be picking up the grass. That's how you know he kind of like he's irritated a little bit.
Picking up the grass. That's insane. So at your big 25-yard run, they zoomed in during your celebration, and I was thinking like, oh man, I want to read his lips right now because I just knew some things were coming out. What were some of the stuff you were yelling when you were after that 25-yard run?
You're trying to get my man in trouble again.
No, I'm not. I like the cleanest way possible. What were some of the things you were saying?
Basically, all I was saying is, fuck they talking about. Let's get going. Like most of the time, I just be trying to turn up for my, the sideline. Let everybody know, like, let's go get something. You know what I mean? I just try to be a little energized bunny. You know what I mean? But I'll just be too tight. I just be talking to myself most of the time. I just be trying to keep myself hyped up. But then I gotta remember, you gotta calm down. You gotta do it again. You don't lose all your breath and be ready to go. I'm still conditioning, but it's just like you can't use everything. You know what I mean? So that's why I didn't really move that much. But it was just a good run. I felt like we really set that one up. And then I thought I had the safety good enough to, but it was really my first time actually trying to get my leg over, like trying to jump over. They go for that inside leg. You just want to bring that leg up just a little bit. It's almost like high knees, but I just couldn't land it right. You know what I mean? So but it was a good run. You know what I mean? But it just gets me, happy and joyful and just ready to go and do some more. You know what I mean? Let people know your boy getting limber around here. You're getting messy.
Doing some hot yoga.
Yeah.
When you see a hole open up like that, because I mean, it was like you could drive a truck through that thing. It was, do your eyes like light up and you're like, oh man, I'm scoring. Like,
I be thinking it. I'll be like, yeah, I'm gonna score, especially if I just take this safety, just get them off the block, get them off the lane just a little bit. You know what I mean? But it was my real first time getting used to it. You know what I mean? But at the same time, the more I see it, the more I feel more comfortable. Like I feel like I could have took a step and taken them inside. You know what I mean? Instead, and then ran away from that corner on the outside who really wasn't even blocked. That got me on the sideline. So it's just you see more and more of that stuff. It just helps you get ready for more games and just more experience.
All right, Jimmy, let's pay the bills a little bit here. So it's Jimmy's turn to do a read. Jimmy, what's your discussion this week?
All right, so we're bringing up Mayfield Sports Marketing. I thought you had Alex something ready for go to make it super easy on me.
He does. Alex, hit it.
Thank you.
Oh my God.
All right, Alex doesn't know where it's at. That's okay. So I am going to hit it. And so Mayfield Sports Marketing, find them for everything. That's my bad.
Have you ever wanted to meet your favorite professional athlete? Packers stars of yesterday and today, including Devontae Adams, Amon Green, Jair Alexander, Antonio Freeman, Aaron Jones, and Jamaal Williams are all available for bookings right now. Mayfield Sports specializes in these special moments between fans and their favorite professional athletes. Head over to MayfieldSportsMarketing.com to see the full list of available athletes to book your favorite professional athlete at your next event.
So clearly we had somebody else read that because Jimmy wouldn't have been.
I can't read.
Okay, I didn't say you can't read, but yeah, Mayfield Sports Marketing. Be sure to check them out if you want a motivational speaking session, an autograph signing session, check them out today. Jamaal and some of his teammates obviously are in that group as well, as you can see through some of that. So Jimmy, I had you do the ad read. I suppose I could have you ask a question or something like that.
All right, cool. I guess I did actually have this one. So for games, Jamaal, I always wear the same hat, same jersey, same pants, and same socks. Because obviously, yeah, when you guys lose, and then
please don't answer. Oh Jesus, when they lose.
I wash the socks every week, but the pants I only wear for 3 hours every Sunday, and the jersey.
Oh, that's nasty.
Yeah,
okay,
Jimmy.
Jamaal,
I know there's.
First of all, everyone, you're all welcome because you're 4-1 because of that. I help you guys win by doing that. That's a fact. That's science. All right, let me take it back. I watched the pants. Let's just go with that.
You're a liar now.
You're a liar.
I do watch the socks. I do watch the socks though.
Hey, it's okay, man. If that's what you do, that's what you do. You know.
I watched it now because we're 4-1 now. So I watched the pants. I'm about to wash your jersey. So you were the lucky one. I was rocking yours.
We don't know these things, right?
It's you knew deep down. You were suiting up. You're like, you know what? I can tell Jimmy's wearing his special gear. I knew you knew it.
You do now.
Yeah.
So every time we win, I'm just gonna be like, ugh, he's not watching none of that stuff. Ugh. It's gonna be bittersweet.
I'll tell you what, Jamaal. Whenever they let us back into the stadium after a win, I'm gonna try and catch your attention and be like, do you remember? Now Jimmy's not watching that stuff. Thanks for that, guys.
Yeah. That's bad.
All right.
Just think about a Super Bowl run. That could be like, think about it. If you guys get a bye or something, that's 3 games, 4 weeks. That's nasty.
All right, guys. It's not like I'm working out in this stuff. I'm putting it on right before the game. I'm sitting down for 3 hours. And
are you nervous during a game?
You're farting in those pants. All of that.
It depends what we're eating, Jamaal. If it's taco days, then yes, maybe a little bit. But if it's other days, probably not. Back off, Jamaal.
Are you nervous?
Yes, I sweat a little bit. All right,
a little bit, a lot of it, dude. What are you talking about?
Anyways,
sweat.
All right. Anyways, to the question, Jamaal, do you have any game day rituals that you do, or any like special shirt you wear under your pads?
Oh no.
No.
We know he washes his clothes, so that's good.
My game day things are talking to my sister and my mom, and then we like do a little prayer on the phone, and then talk to Uncle Luke, and then after that it's game day, baby. That's it. But
yeah,
it's pretty much just talking to people, and then after that, it depends on if I got time. I usually play a game. I've been playing Ghost of Tsushima to get me ready for the games and stuff, and then I really just be listening to my. It depends on what music I'm into today, but it just depends on what mood I want to be. But really, it's just music. Talk to my mom, talk to my sister, talk to Uncle Luke, and then the game, and then usually I'm good.
What's your pregame meal? Do you have a go-to?
Oh, I love breakfast. So I can eat eggs and pancakes or French toast if I'm feeling bougie. And then if I could get some hash browns, I'll take them. But I can't eat a lot because I learned my lesson. It was last year when we was playing Detroit that what was it, a Monday night game?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The home game?
Oh yeah. Like after that one, after I scored on the fly, like after I did all that and stuff, I ate too much, right? So I was already on that whole drive. I was feeling my stomach was like it was like I was about to throw up. And, so, and like they put me on the fly. And I'm like, all right, I got the fly too. And then I scored. Then I hurried up. Once I got to the sideline, oh man! Luckily I did it with nobody seeing me really. So I was cool, but it's like I can't eat as much as I used to. So I'm learning. I'm still learning things about my body and how I want to play. But I ain't the only one neither. I'm gonna put my boy Lizard out there too. He did it too. So I didn't want to feel bad about myself either. So as long
You
as
puked that night?
No. But he did it after me though. So I'm like, yes, hell yeah. Somebody else threw up. Somebody else threw up besides me. So I feel good.
We had a kid who, back when it was like 2 years ago, I was coaching youth baseball. He was 14 years old. He showed up to practice. And our practices on Saturdays were like 3 hours. We could get a lot of stuff done. It was a little warm out. Kid didn't eat before practice. So we started with base running. And about 20 minutes into practice, I could see him and he's doing one of these looks kind of things. Ran into the bushes and puked his guts out, but there was nothing there. So like he was puking his water out or something like that. So you can't eat nothing either. So you got to find that balance, right?
Off season, when we be doing the thrill hill with Luke, no matter what, if I eat, don't eat, I'm throwing up. And it's just so bad. And it literally is till we get to the end of off season training to go back to our teams, like coming back to Green Bay, is when I stop. Like literally the last 2 times we go to the hills, probably the only times I don't throw up. Oh, it's bad. I'm telling you, it'd be bad in the off season.
At least he didn't post those videos.
Yeah, thank goodness. No, but he don't be posting those after we done. I'm telling you, we dead. You need to see our faces. We be just looking like John. He's just, when is this day gonna end? And he just be laughing and he's saying, mind over matter. If I don't mind, it don't matter. I'm like, he's just a jerk. He's just mean. That's all.
All right, so you said you're a breakfast person. You like cereal?
Mm-hmm.
What's your go-to cereal?
Ooh, Honey Smacks.
Honey Smacks.
Man,
with the frog on top of it?
Yeah.
The frog on
Mm-hmm.
Those are okay.
What? Hey, you're done. Oh my God. What's yours, huh?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
You're a weenie.
Though you know those are good. You wanted to you pause like, oh, he's right. Those are good, but I'm gonna insult them anyways.
But I'm going Honey Smacks, Cookie Crisp, and I'll probably go Cinnamon Toast Crunch, maybe.
Where do Reese's Puffs?
I ain't eating those.
No.
Really?
Mm-mm. That's what Cookie Crisp is for. They make the milk chocolatey, but not too chocolatey. Reese's Pieces, whatever they call it. They
You just put in Reese's Pieces and milk in your in the bowl.
Nah, I haven't.
This is a good point. I can't believe that didn't get mentioned. I suppose your man's has his own cereal. So Aaron Jones, that's kind of like Cinnamon Toast Crunch, right? I haven't had any. I don't live in the area.
He got some healthy cereal.
Oh,
it's life. Yeah, I won't be trying those then.
Yeah, I'm not an NFL player. I like my cereal with some sugar. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, I'm a Fruit Loop.
Give it to my daughter when she's ready.
There you go.
Punishment, but just to keep her healthy.
At least try.
I'm gonna be like, blame Uncle Aaron. This is not my fault.
Just take it out of that box and put it in like a Cinnamon Toast Crunch box. Just trick them. Be like, oh no, this is a new Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Oh yeah, that sounds funny. But yeah, my boy got a whole cereal box. I'm so proud of him. My boy be having a lot of stuff.
You gotta get Jamaal on a cereal box. If you were in your own cereal box, what would your cereal be then?
The crazy part is I just can't take pictures right. Like if they wouldn't even use my game photo that I wanted to use this year, they wouldn't use it because I guess it was just too much. I was looking like I was looking like this, like real deranged. So, like I wouldn't be able to be on nothing that involves my face. Because if I make my face, I'm not gonna make a regular like a smile face. I'm gonna do something crazy, man. Like I would.
So what if
I'm going to screenshot that, by the way, just so we're all on the same
There you
page.
Alex, find that graphic that we use for the show. Could we use this then? I'll let him find that, but we'll talk about this. We could use this on the front of your cereal box. The one that we use, your Instagram photo. This guy right here. Can we use that?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I would go with that one.
Cereal companies, call me. I am taking the role of Jamal's cereal agent. I'll donate any cereal deal that we get to the charity that we have here, which of course is the JSwaggdaddy Swaggbag giveaway. Find that stuff on the bottom line. Go donate to us. We're about $1,200 short of $4,000 as we stand today at the beginning of the show. So we're getting closer to our goal, but the goal is not to just get there, but to blow it out of the water, obviously. So we're going to get Jamal a cereal deal. And like I mentioned, once you guys get that, we'll donate that all to that cause. Let's move a little bit. You were talking earlier about eating and all that stuff and taking care of your body. Back-to-back road games is something you guys haven't experienced yet this year. You have obviously in your career, but is it easier, harder, anything like that if it's in the same general region? Because obviously Tampa's down south, Houston's down south. Is that easier? Do you have to do anything different if you're going on the road in back-to-back weeks just to get used to the travel? Do you guys plan accordingly?
Yeah. Plan real well, we try, you know what I mean? But it just depends on what happens. Like sometimes we'd be on a plane, something might happen. Like even for when we was going to Tampa, we were supposed to be there earlier, but a lot of things just happened. The plane, something wrong with the plane for a minute, so we was on the runway for like an hour or something. And I knew we was there for a while because I watched the whole movie. I was like, this movie's almost done. And we have not went, you know what I mean? You felt the plane leave. I was like, we're still here. All righty. Then we get there, and then, you know, we got a police escort to get to where we need to go. And then I guess there was like an accident. So, and then we had to go, I guess, to a farther hotel, you know, to find. So it was a lot of things, but there was no excuses, you know what I mean? But it's just things you just got to endure, you know, while you're on the road. But at the same time, I'd rather have a home game just because I can stay at home and then, you know, 10 minutes there, I can get to the stadium. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. That's all.
What are those plane rides like? Are you guys, I mean, like we saw what's the name of the Bulls documentary, The Last Dance. We watched that and obviously saw some stuff with Jordan and Pippen, and those dudes are gambling. And I'm not trying to get anybody in trouble if that's what they're doing, but are you guys playing cards and cracking jokes and all that stuff, or is it pretty quiet, or what's it like on a flight like that? Or, well, you said you were watching a movie, so you may not even know.
Nah, I'll be chilling. You know me. I'll just be in my zone chilling. But most of the time, everybody either sleep, you know, laying down, chilling. You probably talking to somebody, but, you know, it's a little different this year. You got to keep your mask on all day, you know. But, you know, the food is good. The only thing I'd be drinking on the plane, juice and some water. But I think my favorite thing to do now, just because I ain't no rookie, is make the rookies go get us food to bring on the plane. It's the greatest thing to do. Hey, eat. Hey, go give me that. Yeah, all right. You know what I mean? It's the greatest thing. I'm telling them, like, rookies now, they don't understand. They got it easy compared to people back in the day used to have it. You know what I mean? And not saying like hazing or nothing, but they used to have it way worse. You know, you remember people carrying people's pads off off the field. You know what I mean? And they had to do that every day. But I feel like the lineman, if you was a lineman, you probably have it the worst. Just because there's so many vets in there. You know what I mean?
All right, Jayla.
Hey, Jayla. How you doing? Still trying to lose in your race, huh? I see. She's just mad because she can't beat me. That's all.
That's fair. Who's your flight mate? Do you guys, I mean, I assume you guys don't have your own seats and everything like that. Who sits with you the most?
Aaron. You know it. I got to sit next to my boy all the time.
Yeah.
Aaron Jones, you know. They ride in the front. He the captain. You know.
Yeah. Yeah.
He got to be in the zone.
He's writing up stuff.
Okay. Jayla said, race me or shut up. Okay.
Okay, great.
We got to get this done, guys, before it snowed in Rockford, which is where I'm at here yesterday. And you guys are further north than I am, obviously, both of you. So did it snow in Green Bay yesterday?
Mm-mm.
No?
No snow.
Jimmy? No snow in Milwaukee? No?
No, sir.
You guys are lucky.
But also, Jayla was just in Green Bay. You guys had a chance to race. She might be ducking you. She might be ducking you.
That's what I'm saying. She don't want these problems. She always got an excuse. So don't let her fool you with her little trash talk. She doesn't. She is the one that's race me or shut up. She's just thinking what she's saying to herself. That's all. She don't want to race me. She's not ready for this bubble because once I beat her, I'm not even gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna look at her like you really thought next spring. Oh, great. I don't know what that means. Next off season. Look, you see? Look at her excuses. Not during the season. Look at her excuses.
I apologize. She scares me, so I apologize. I'm sorry.
There's no reason to be afraid of her.
I don't know. The way she was standing up for you, I was like, she'll fight somebody, and I don't want to be that person.
Oh yeah, that's my sister. I love her too. It's just a competitive rivalry.
Yeah,
competitive sibling rivalry.
I like how you just in like literally back to back, you said don't be afraid of her, and then you're like, yeah, she'll fight somebody. So it's one or the other. It's either
you knock people out for a living. What you talking about, man?
I don't trust her.
Just put her in a Kimura.
Dude, you gotta come. If you ever come to Milwaukee, you gotta come train with this man. It'll be fun.
I can do that.
We'll just have you run and tackle people so you know what it's like getting tackled all the time.
Yeah, but I do want to work on my ground game though. I'm trying to get good. Jacob, you coming down? Me and you go at it. You want to go?
I'll referee.
I'll get my ass whipped for a good cause. Why not?
That'll be the final thing. We'll give you the check and then we'll have a wrestling match. Jacob versus Jamaal.
Yeah, nothing in the face. That's the only rule. I mean, this isn't exactly a moneymaker. Yeah, this isn't exactly a moneymaker, but I'm on camera enough, so I can't be all mangled and everything like that either.
You was right.
I had to go on a field trip with my students the day after a boxing match, and I had a broken nose and 2 black eyes. And this lady was giving us like a presentation. She looked at me, she goes, "You're the teacher?" And I was like, "Yeah." She's like, Are you okay? I was like, "Yeah, it's a long story. I look a hot mess." I'm not gonna say I got knocked out in the 3rd round, but I got knocked out in the 3rd round.
Hey, you got knocked out? How'd it feel?
Honestly, waking up felt great. I felt fine. My nose felt pretty bad like an hour later, but
do you remember getting hit?
I remember going for a body punch and then looking up at a referee and then talking to a doctor. Yeah, it wasn't my proudest moment. And that wasn't the one. That's the one I won. No, but that was the one fight my mom decided to go to. And so I did a couple boxing before I did MMA. And finally I convinced my mom. I was like, "Mom, come to a fight. It won't be bad. I promise." That's the fight I get knocked out in. So she won't come to another one.
It's okay,
Those combat sports have got to be rough, man. Because when you get beat, like everybody knows you got beat. Where like football, there's 11 people, so we can decide who to blame. Like we can pick 1 out of 11, right?
Yeah.
Boxing, it's you. Like you lost, dude.
He gonna blame his trainer.
No, it was on me. It was on me.
You had an out there. He gave you one.
I know. If there's no chance of him seeing that, I'll blame him off air, but on air, it was on me.
Okay.
Fair enough. That's a good responsibility.
Yeah,
he can't read, but he got great responsibility. Good job.
Shut up.
All righty, my friends, we have hit our time limit for today, so we want to thank you guys for coming in. Obviously, Jamaal, that was awesome. Thank you for stopping by. We wish you the best of luck, obviously, going to Houston. Want to thank everybody for stopping by and talking. Like I mentioned on the bottom here, we have some of our donors for this week. And you guys, yeah, there we go. Caught me. I got tongue-tied a little bit. We've got our donors for the week. Obviously, check out the swag bag giveaway. It's our pinned tweet on Twitter at GameOnWI on Twitter. You can check us out on Facebook and Instagram, which Jamaal Williams follows us on Instagram now. So if he does, you should too, I think. So that was pretty cool.
I really looked at it. I was like, do I follow them at all? I looked at it and was like, follow back.
Oops.
Yeah, still waiting on mine, Jamaal. Whatever, man. Don't worry about it.
Do I not follow you, Jimmy?
I don't want to talk about it, Jamaal.
I'm not even gonna lie. When you message me for the link to come in here, you're in the you're not in what's it called? That first one. You're in the general. You're in the general section, but you top on the list though. So I know once it's Tuesday, my link is
I'm not going to beg you to follow me on air because that's a little.
I didn't beg. I shamed him. I didn't beg.
Listen, I'm not going to beg you.
It's fine.
Call it whatever you want. That's fine.
But you gotta send it to me, yo. I can't tell. You know,
that's a lot of effort, man.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta send me your Insta things or whatever it is, and I'll just follow you. It's all right. Then you can tell your friends and all that stuff. You know, people be all hyped up about it.
Oh, I won't tell them. I'll just post it on I'll put it on my resume. First thing, Jimmy Christensen. Under it, Jamaal follows me. That's what I'm gonna put. I'll get any job I want.
Honestly, I'm telling you. Especially-
Maybe not in Chicago, but otherwise, outside of there. But
Yeah.
all right, guys. So let me get through the rest of this. So check out that. Obviously, I misspoke earlier. I said we were $1,200 away from 4,000. We're $1,200 away from 5,000. I'm bad at math. So Jimmy can't read. I can't add. That's fine. It all works out really well. Check us out. We'll be here next week after the Packers get to 5-1, heading into a home game against Minnesota. And then 4 days later, they'll have a Thursday night game against the 49ers. So a bit of a 2 games in 4 days kind of stretch. So that should be something interesting to check out on there, guys. Want to thank, obviously, our sponsors, MayfieldSportsMarketing.com. You guys see their logo in the top right corner. You saw the ad earlier. Book your next athlete appearance from them today. Lakefront Brewery, we thank them for getting our case of beer. We will announce a winner on social media later today. So follow us, like I mentioned, on those handles earlier at Game On WI. And want to thank our friends Packer Report for airing this show after it's done and kind of just helping us with every little thing that we can. But otherwise, for Jamaal Williams, you can follow him on Twitter at JSwaggdaddy and on Instagram, GoodEatsJman.
Goodies_.
GoodEats_. That's what it is. Okay, my mistake. I didn't have that one memorized.
No, it's all good.
Jimmy, he's at Jimmy_C08. Those underscores always throw me off. And I am at Jacob Westendorf. And I appreciate you guys for stopping by. We have the Freezer podcast next. And I heard that they might have a Houston Texan related kind of theme for something like that. So don't touch that dial. Be sure to check them out.
Hey, your
Otherwise,
Instagram name is it reminds me of Lord of the Rings for some reason.
Who, mine?
mine?
No, Jacob's.
Oh.
Westendorf. Or him.
Oh, yeah.
That's fair. I've never gotten that one before, so I guess kudos. At least he's creative. If he's going to make fun of me, it's been creative because whatever. I mean, if my last name is Westendorf, what does everybody make fun of me with?
Yeah, you sound
Westendork.
you
I mean,
sound
which
you're
is like
supposed to be a professional, not professional, but like the head principal of your own, Harry Potter class or school.
Maybe I am, and we just don't know it yet.
Gryffindor.
Harry Potter's the
Slytherin,
best, man.
Hufflepuff. What's the blue one?
Ravenclaw.
Ravenclaw.
Yeah.
And
So-
Westendorf.
So there we
got a
go.
Harry
On that note, I've got to hit the end here. So Alex, expecto patronum.
Dear God.